Sorry, I thought it was appropriate to wait for the song to end.
Sometimes it's nice to do that.
It was like an opener. I think that was the only song that played during the entire countdown. Oh.
Okay, bye. You just got here.
What was that about? I think he's mad at me. Because I closed the door and was like, no, child. You may not. Hi. It's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And I have got
a plate
of 2 dark chocolate Milano cookies.
I was looking at the container for them, and it was like twice as much chocolate. And I was like, twice as much chocolate as what?
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah.
I was like, what are they comparing it to? Because I thought they were just the plain Milanos.
No.
So I spun it around, and it was like double chocolate. And I was like, that's why it's twice as much.
I mean, in fairness, a Milano cookie has like the thinnest layer of chocolate, which is fine. They are like now that you pointed that out to me, I see it.
Yeah.
But I ate one yesterday and did not notice that.
The raspberry ones are my favorite.
Raspberry ones.
They have raspberry ones.
What's in them?
Raspberry. I think it's raspberry flavored white chocolate.
What?
I don't remember, but I know I like raspberry. And I know they have raspberry.
Anyway, do you want one?
No, I don't. I'm good.
I got 2. You probably can't really tell. Maybe you can. They are double stuffed.
Coffee.
The thing about thin plus thin is that it's still thin.
Yes, it is. Those are very hard, too.
I mean,
They're, like, crispy.
like Milanos in general?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, normally I don't like a harder cookie. I like soft cookies. But those are good.
I've always really liked these. And it's a good cookie. Hi.
Double stuffed Milanos is just middle-aged double stuffed Oreos. Hot takes from Brandon.
Kind of want to dip this.
Do it.
Give me the bird.
Don't peer pressure me.
They're like the right shape and size for that. They're like biscotti. Was that the right move?
I mean, it's certainly not a crunchy cookie after you do that. I think I like it crunchy. There's an ostrich in our stream.
Uh-huh.
You know, ostrich gets real tall.
Yeah, that's like the U of birds.
If I was a bird, would I be an ostrich?
Yeah.
Is an ostrich the biggest bird? That sounds correct.
I think it is. I was like, is there a penguin bigger? Or emu?
I guess Big Bird is the biggest bird. It's in the name. But second place.
He's not
then-
named biggest bird.
Do you think Big Bird has an older brother named Biggest Bird?
Copy.
Sorry, I'm extremely unwell.
Do we need to play Mario vs. Donkey Kong?
No. No. Oh my god. Let me read the alerts. That's Mal's problem.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Here's everyone's problem.
No picnic is complete without Tiny Eddie's caramel frosted gravy bites.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm just imagining that you go to the State Farmers Market restaurant and they bring you out biscuits and gravy.
And they're caramel frosted?
After they put it on the table in front of you, the server says, and this is just a little something extra, and then just drizzles caramel across the top.
My favorite part of going to the State Farmers Market restaurant the last time we went was they put biscuits on the table. And they're amazing biscuits.
Yes.
And then Chaz and Jeff both got a biscuit sandwich.
Yeah.
And the biscuit that came out for that was like twice as big.
The table biscuits are normal sized biscuits.
They're a little bigger, I think.
They're probably a little bigger. The sandwich biscuits are extremely
almost
large.
the size of that plate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are there any crumbs? I don't think so. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not gonna crumb. No, we're good. Yeah, this is like the size of the biscuit. It might be a tiny bit smaller than this,
but it's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Uh-huh.
It's ridiculous. That was 1050 from Anise, who says, "Hey Eddie, can we all have a good vibe snack? Lots of people need it right now. Love all the Toast Cousins. You all are awesome, and you can deal with whatever life throws at you." Anise, that's very kind. And yes, good vibes to everyone. I was reading, we have a channel in our Discord for people to post like things that are going on in their lives, and there was some heavy stuff yesterday. I was like, oh man, a lot of people are dealing with some hard stuff. So good vibes to everyone. Really wishing everyone the best. We got 7 months from Just Light Dark. Aldo gifted a sub first to Fargothics, and then a second sub to He Has Returned. Did you know Fargothics has returned?
No.
Did you watch the partner direct?
No.
So here's what I did. I had a feeling in my heart that the partner direct would not be interesting at all. Like I had a feeling in the gut of my stomach of like, I don't want to watch this because this is probably not going to be absolutely anything I care about.
Okay.
And I was completely correct. But when they released it, it was like a 25-minute video, and I'm like, I can watch this in 25 seconds. So I scrubbed through it.
Uh-huh.
And basically the whole time I was like, yeah. And then I got to the end. And the finale of what they had at the end was a new Endless Ocean game.
Wow.
Endless Ocean
Fargothics
Edition. I don't remember what the subtitle was, but yeah, it's it's that. Yeah. Sorry, partner direct. But like when they were like when they announced that whatever Monday or whatever, they were like, hey, this is gonna be a partner direct. I was like, oh, so a bad one. Anyway, there was some stuff, like there's gonna be stuff in there that appeals to somebody.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be a niche of like, that's somebody's niche. But me watching through it, I'm like, this is yeah, sorry, I'm super tired and just coming out swinging today, I guess. I don't know. You know what the big news is, though?
I know what that news is because I saw it on Twitter.
The Japanese direct was like, oh, by the way, you have Mother 3. Which, like,
I saw that from Hobonichi, that's why.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's not a big deal there. It's just a big deal here. We got some games. Good morning, Subby. What was that? It was 58 months of Tier 3 from Spinach Wrap. Thank you, Spinach Wrap. Here,
Yes.
we got some rare games. There was a rumor going around that was like, what if
Rare
we-
the company or like...
Rare the company.
Okay.
Do you remember a few years ago, they released Rare Replay onto the Xbox
Yes,
One?
I do.
It's like a collection of like
Yes.
20 or 30
Yes.
games. It's a good collection of games.
Yes.
There was a rumor that like, and then that Nintendo's going to get that. And like, we didn't
Yeah.
do that. We did not get that. But they did release nothing but rare titles onto NSO in America.
Ah.
So we got like 5 games. And like there's some games that are good. We got
There's some games.
we got Snake Rattle and Roll. We got RC Pro-Am. We got a Battletoads game, which is very good.
Okay, that's the first one I've known.
You'd probably recognize RC Pro-Am. It was an important game, but a long time ago. And Blast Corps. Did you ever play Blast Corps for N64?
I know the logo, but only because of putting games on the shelf and moving them.
It was a very early title. And Killer Instinct.
What was the second one you said?
Snake Rattle and Roll, RC Pro-Am, Battletoads in Battle Maniacs, Blast Corps, and Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct's a big deal. The one,
I don't know if I've seen Pro-Am. It looks like the arcade game that's sitting in Player's Choice that has the 3 steering wheels and it has a foot pedal for gas. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like, but I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's it, but also I don't know. Rare, before they were making games for console, were making arcade games. Portalbeard says that's Super Off-Road, and that is correct. It is Super Off-Road. But like Killer Instinct, like that's an arcade title. And then
Snake Rattle and Roll does not look familiar either.
But you would like it. You might be able
Would
to
I?
tell. Yeah.
How does it play?
You can play it.
But how does it play?
Doesn't it? When you look at it, doesn't it look like what's the game where Sonic but 3D? Sonic 3D.
Oh, it's an isometric platformer. Okay.
What's the game? I need to read more alerts. I'm going to circle back around to this because we're going to talk about Mother 3. 6 months from Super Yoshi 7. We get 300 bits from Jacebook says, yes, it is true. It is my 25th birthday today. 25, 25, 25, 25.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jacebook. 25 is an important birthday. Mm-hmm. It's the middle of 20. How about that?
I'm glad you got that.
I know some numbers. 58 months from Sparkstrike 13. 64 from Ryan B06. 56 from Tony 21250. 65 months from Rondo 93. 50 months from KRC David. We got 300 bits from Sapphire C, who says, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you as well.
That's exactly what I was going to say, but Mal said it before me. 2 birthdays. Count them.
1, 2.
She can do it. Vagabond said, name 3 numbers. That's already 2 of them. Here's a 3rd number.
3rd.
No. That's actually, and that's a common misconception in the numbers community, that 3rd is a number, but that's actually not.
It's a counter.
It's a fraction.
Oh, you're thinking of 1/3.
The numbers community, located right next to the Deuteronomy community. 300. We love Bible humor here. 350 bits from Radio Dread. Says, clowns on the roof, in the pipes, in your walls, under your bed. Be careful. Anyway, good morning.
That reminds me, I need to ask my dad a plumbing question. Sometimes when I turn the sink on...
Which sink?
Mine.
Which sink?
Mine. This
Which-
one right here.
okay.
It makes that terrible noise.
You have 2
3.
sinks. What?
There's one in the studio and one in my office.
You have 3 sinks.
Uh-huh.
Those are all Mallory's sink.
Uh-huh.
Secret sink. I wasn't thinking of studio sink.
That's because you're never in there.
Mal has bathroom sink. Mal has private bathroom sink, and then Mallory has studio sink. That's just Mallory's sinks. Mm-hmm. What? Renee says, maybe when you are grown up, you can have more than one sink. Well, then I'm screwed.
Anyway, when I turn on this sink, sometimes it does like a brrr.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does do that. I've heard that.
Uh-huh. I need to ask my dad about that.
I have one sink, and my sink is dumb.
Yeah, your handles are reversed.
Because my handles are reversed. It is the only sink in the house that the handles are reversed. On my sink, the right handle is heat, and the left handle is cold.
And, like, that's not a hard fix. It's pretty easy to do. You just gotta shut off the water and switch them underneath, and then you're set.
But we're not going to do it.
No, we're not.
We're definitely not going to do it.
No, we're not doing that.
We got 38 months from PK Daisy. 300 Bits from Jay Linebeck says, with all the game announcements from yesterday, I think it's time we immediately discuss the elephant in the room, the game that's got everyone talking. Yes, it's Neko Atsume 2.
What?
Coming this year.
This is news to me.
This seems up your alley.
Uh-huh.
Give me the bird.
Give me the cat. I didn't know
Is that a
that.
chimney swift?
A chimney swift? Oh, I'm thinking of chimney sweep. I was like, what are you talking about? It's Talo. I also recognize that as Talo, and I don't even know the Pokemon very well. Did you played Neko Atsume 1?
Yeah. Like,
So this is like
I
that
had to
game.
go find it in Japanese, I feel
This
like.
is that game, but it's like a second one. They made another. They Neko 2 Atsume harder.
Summer.
We got 23 months from Potato Chips. What? 42 months from Super Thingy Mabob. 300 Bits from Statman says, last night I had a dream where you were streaming and alerts zipped across the screen too fast to read because you were playing an F-Zero game. And this confused Jules for some reason. My favorite thing about this is that we do have F-Zero alerts.
Mm-hmm.
We,
The cars come across the bottom.
yeah, like we've only ever used them.
For Mario Kart?
Well, we first used them for F-Zero. I did one stream of F-Zero 99, and Chaz made special F-Zero alerts just for that stream, and then we reused them for the Mario Kart stuff. Yeah. But they're not super fast. Like, you can see them. I guess Chaz could make them faster, but then they would be too fast. And then I deleted the game. It's true. I played for 3 hours, and I did not win, and I deleted the video game. And that was correct. That was the correct move. We had 300 Bits from Genesis, who says, shout out to everyone else in chat who said Breakfast of Champions. Eating 2 Milano cookies and calling it a day. I mean, there's probably better things to eat, but it does make me feel strong. Nita says, all those F-Zero alerts we will never have again. That's not true.
Yeah.
We'll use them whenever Nintendo releases a new F-Zero game. $500 Bits from Shy. This is chat. I need the wings of a bird to carry me around while I deal with my car's sudden engine troubles from Tuesday night. What have I got to work with? I hate that. I'm so sorry. I really hate that. My parents had car trouble. I didn't talk about it on the vlog.
Their battery was dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that really sucked. They had at some point they got a different car. And the new car that they have is different than the old car, and they had went in to get groceries somewhere, and they had come out, the car wouldn't start, and they had called me, and like I can't do anything because I live here. They had called me and they're like, "Do you know anything about this?" And I was like, I'll look into it. So I was Googling, or Mao honestly was the one Googling stuff while I was telling her this information. And I was like, you have to like hold the brake while you hold the button.
Well,
There's
I don't
like
think
multiple
they knew
things.
what was exactly wrong, right? So.
Anyway, AAA came and
Yeah.
dealt with it, but I felt bad because I was like, I'm sorry. Like there's like one bad thing about like not living there is like if something like that happens, I'm like I can't.
But they do have AAA.
They do have AAA for this exact reason too. We got a subscription from Ravens Forest Studios.
Welcome.
64 months from Dark Overlord. 300 bits from Tricky Anthea says, I've done this a lot recently, but can I ask for good vibes? A lot is going on right now for me and others I know. And I just really need some positivity in my life right now. Good vibes.
Good vibes.
It is okay to ask for good vibes. That is literally why we have the emote. Is to be able to give that to people who need that. So it's always okay to ask for help. Whether that's like actual asking someone for assistance or just asking for people to, be aware of the fact that there's an issue in your life. I'm not very good at asking for help. But I do recognize it as a positive, useful thing. So do as I say, not as I do. 3 bits for Shy says, so how about that Mother 3 announcement for Japan only?
Have we circled back to that yet, or you want to...
No, give me a few more seconds. I need to... Let me finish alerts. But yes, I promise I'm going to talk about Mother 3. There's some things I want people to know. 500 bits Aldo says, man, I had a really good Bible joke about Moses, but it kind of wanders around for 40 years.
I get that one too, don't worry.
It's good. It's good. It meanders. Meanders a little bit. We got 22 months from Llama's Attacks. 47 months from Adrian Kell. 4 months from Transgirl Lily 444. And 300 bits from RP that says, but we all know the true breakfast of champions is Red Bull and Oreos. Don't ask me how I know. That's...
Mine was...
It's not even the most alarming thing I've ever heard.
Mine was Monster and a pack of Pop-Tarts.
Monster and a pack of Pop-Tarts is the same energy as Red Bull and Oreos.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it was Monster and Donuts. That was like senior year of high school. Because we stopped at Manderfields all the time. On the way back from Japanese class as I went to my real school.
I really don't like energy drinks. It does sound like a heart attack. I really don't like energy drinks. There has been times where I have drank them out of necessity, and I can probably count the amount of times.
I get one once a year.
On
Extra Life.
Less than 2 hands. No, they do. Energy drinks both smell and taste like piss. That will trigger some people to be like, taste? How do you... Don't worry about it. They're bad. They're very bad. Brandon, there goes the energy drink sponsorship. I very regularly just destroy every sponsorship chance we can possibly get. I gotta imagine that Chaz just sits at home thinking, okay, alright, another one. Just crosses another thing off the list that we can never... I don't know. I get asked, I bet it's weekly emails for like Raid Shadow Legends. And I'm like, no, I'm good. That game seems like it sucks bad. Just cross that off. Alright, let's talk about Mother 3.
perfect emote, Chaz.
Yeah, Nintendo is still willing to provide products, even though streams like Friday Stream happens. I just
Friday Stream
assume
was so good. If you missed it, go watch the VOD.
I really just assume that at some point, like, they're going to stop reaching out because they're going to be like, "Oh, we watched the stream." Like, I couldn't help but notice at one point you called us Nintendo Daddy. Like, yeah, that does happen. It's fine. It's fine. It was a winning endorsement. It honestly, I think personally that we handle those streams very well.
Yeah.
We present the game. What else do they want?
Make it entertaining to watch.
Sometimes Margaret from Nintendo HQ calls in. I'm just like, it's fine. What's Nintendo Daddy? It's whatever. The absolute worst thing that can happen is that they go, maybe we won't send you 25 fake garlics in the mail anymore. You know, like, it's... If that happened, I'd be like, all right. Okay. We had 300 bits from Candy Luvia says, it's my 30th birthday today. I don't quite know how to feel about it.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. 30 is a... See, 25 is a big one. We talked about 25 for Facebook. 30 is the other one. 30 is like... 25 is kind of like, oh man, I'm older. And when you hit 30, you're like, oh. Because your entire life, you're looking at 30, and you're like, will I ever be 30? And then you turn 30, and you're like, oh. I presume that 40 will feel the same. I'm not there yet. But I feel that that'll be another one where I'm like, oh.
I agree with Renee. Renee says I enjoyed my 30s more than my 20s. Yeah.
That is also my take. And it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not even close. So, even though you feel older, and you probably do, because that's been my take talking to people as they turn 30. Jepsen turned 30 this past year, and was very much like, oh. And I was like, uh-huh. I've enjoyed my 30s way more than my 20s. And my 20s weren't even bad. I enjoyed my 20s also, but my 30s are significantly better. So. Happy birthday. The thing I wanted to mention about Mother 3 is that I really want people to know that if they have a Nintendo Switch with a Nintendo Switch Online and I guess you also have to have the expansion pass. You have to be able to play Game Boy Advance games. That you can play Mother 3. I know that it released in Japan, but the process for being able to play games on your Nintendo Switch from other regions is remarkably easy. So, like, you can play it. I understand it is in Japanese. That is true.
I played it first in Japanese. I had a cart that I got from Japan and played it.
I am in the same boat. I bought Mother 3 the day it came out in 2006, and I played it in Japanese. The only thing I had was a bullet point guide.
Same.
To get through it.
And 1 year of high school Japanese.
I don't have that. I just had 5 years of bad Spanish, which didn't help me play Mother 3 at all. Strange. It's... I don't know, a lot of the game is...
visual enough?
Yeah, there's a lot of good animation to kind of show generally what's happening. Yeah, my big point is that I just want people to know that they can play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's... If you live in America and you're like, I would love to at least, like, play it. Like, you can play it. The process is very simple. You just go to the Nintendo website, and you make a new account, and when it's like, where do you live? You're like, I live in Japan. Because you're confused. And then after you make that account, you put it on your Switch. And then you go download the Game Boy Advance app while you're logged into your Japanese account. And then, that's it. You're done. You can now go back to your English account that has NSO and just launch it. That's it. That's the entire process. It is remarkably easy. There's also a bunch of other exclusive games across the apps. So, like, it's really easy. I just want people to know it's very simple. Even if you don't do it for, you know, Mother 3. You can do it. Colin says, which do you recommend more, the official Switch one or the fan translation? Here's the thing. I think it is better if people play it in their language. I know I've probably beaten this horse to death and back, but, well, not back. I guess the horse doesn't come back to life. I've beat
Necromancer.
I beat 2 horses to death now. But the fan translation is as good or better than official. I will die on that hill. It is as good or better than an official translation would ever be. You can trust me. I'm the mother guy. I would not lead you astray with this information. There are people that are like, I'm going to wait until Nintendo releases an official translation. You will die. Because it will never happen. You will be dead. And you will have never played the video game. And that will be a travesty. I just want you to know. Some people are like, but I want to support the official release. You can't. The video game released 18 years ago. You can't do it. If you are subscribed to NSO, you're doing it. Good job. It came out in Japan. You did it. You're paying Nintendo dollars. Good job. You want to support more? Go to the Hobonichi website and buy, like, some plushes or something.
They're coming out in May.
There you go.
The Mother 3 ones are coming out in May.
You did it. You have supported Shigesato Itoi and his in very wild whims of stocking his store with both plushes and popcorn and jams, maybe. I don't know. Now you can feel better about it if you're like, I don't want to, like, steal a video game. Good. I'm glad that you don't want to do that. But it has been 18 years, and if you have NSO, you literally have the video game. I don't know what to tell you. I do not think that this will upset Daddy Nintendo for me to tell you this. Like, if you want to play Mother 3 and you're waiting, you will wait forever. Play the fan translation. Experience the game now. That's my take. But outside of that, it is neat that you can play it on the Switch, even if it's in Japanese. Because once you've played it through...
And it is possible even if you don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, and also, once you've played it through... I definitely think your first time playing it should be in English. But once you've played through it, if you just, like, want to play the video game, like, you can probably get through it again in Japanese. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, the items have pictures. Little pixel pictures.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see, like, oh, this is like a bread roll.
Yeah. Yamadorigan says, you know, Sega Densetsu 3 got official English translation 25 years after the game's release. Crazy things can happen.
True.
It is true. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to discount the fact that it's, like, an impossibility. Mm-hmm. But, like, I doubt it. But if it does happen someday, just buy it. There you go. I wouldn't count on it, but maybe. Maybe. And if it does, just buy it then.
Play it again.
Just buy it then. Play it the second time. Don't worry. If they release a translated, localized version, official version of Mother 3 someday for the Switch 3 or whatever, the Nintendo Wii 9 or whatever they're calling it. Don't worry, I will buy several copies. So anyone can feel good to play it now. Stephen will have bought several copies. Sorry, I just have strong opinions about this. Cheesehammer gifted a sub to Zombie Horse.
Spud Dig says
Just
Moon
one.
was also Japan only, and then 2020.
Candy Kong and Mega Kratos become soft unless they acquire historic artifices.
Oh, I'm already soft, so should I...
I am trying very hard not to let the demons win.
Don't let the demons win, you haven't slept.
Vagabond, let them win. 1,000 bits from the Leaf 473. It says, all this talk about games has me craving something new. How about this game? Nope. 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 Don't do it. Damn it.
I think we need to make like a quadrant chart of our mods, which ones are more for chaos and which ones are like more rule followers.
I think they're all kind of in the chaos zone.
Yeah.
Some are further into the chaos zone than others. I think they all fall into the chaos zone. I think occasionally there's a good handful of them that can step back across the line, that can be like, hey, cut it out, and then immediately get back into where they were. That's what I firmly believe. Speaking of
Looter says
firm,
Renee's apparently not chaos. Yeah, I think Renee's like the least chaos. I didn't say no chaos, least chaos. I have to be mom, yeah.
Candy Kong and Mega Kratos become soft unless they acquire historic artifices. No one can get more excited about that than Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake is never soft. When he's on an adventure. I actually did very well. I only let the demons win a little bit. It was so much worse. So much worse. There's an art in the queue. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I would.
Look at this. Yes, I saw this on Twitter. It's like, after yesterday's Steam vlog, I got the silly idea. Disc golf only podcast. We did do disc golf. Mm-hmm. The vlog that came out is quite good.
It is.
It's quite good. I highly recommend you watch it with your faces. Where do you think Candy Kong and Mega Kratos met? We're not talking about that anymore. That's
Chaz
done.
is for chaos today.
That's done. I'm done with that. I'm not talking about that anymore. Disc golf was very fun. I really enjoyed it. My arm was sore for several days after.
My whole
but it was worth it. I really liked it.
I'd like to do more.
I also would like to do more. I don't know when.
Before it gets warm in
Yeah.
this southern eastern state.
when it gets warm, that's gonna be too much. I don't know if Dan is still here. Dan's the one that had all the discs.
I have discs.
Well,
I have like 6.
I know, but Dan had most of the discs that day.
That's because he brought all of his and I only brought 2 of mine.
Okay. Well, I don't think that what I said was incorrect. Dan had a bunch of discs. I would be willing to buy some discs, so I had them because, like, after playing, I was like, this is very fun, and I really liked it.
You only really need 2. We're not serious. Dan says I have 3 sets.
What do you mean we're not serious? I still don't know the difference.
I was there the other day. I went walking with someone and there was a guy with a backpack who seriously had like 10 in his backpack.
That's too many.
Uh-huh.
That's too many. I had 3 because Dan had the set that I was given had a driver, a putter, and a mid range.
Yeah.
and I just kind of went with my gut. But like, if you would have given me just a driver and been like, "This is the disc," I would have just used that.
I mean, I played with a driver and a putter only. I never played with a mid-range when I was like playing with my family.
Okay. I don't know when to use what.
Drivers go the furthest.
Well, I understand that. I don't know when to switch to a mid-range.
That's why I never played with a mid-range.
It's too hard to figure out. I mean, I did use the mid-range, but like, it was just me going like, I guess this. Or if someone, like if Dan was like, probably the mid-range, like if he yelled that out, then that was enough for me to be like, okay. Like, I don't know.
Well, if you have like a wide open space and you can start to see the distance they can get, you probably would get a better idea of like what would do good.
Yeah, you have to really sling it too. Mm-hmm. Dan did play at Cat. Dan literally had a backpack. I feel like that probably put Dan at a slight disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Dan had a few extra strokes because he was backpacking personally. Anyway, in regular golf, all you really need is a driver. It's me, Happy Gilmore.
The other thing we did a lot growing up that's sort of related is my dad had an Aerobi disc. It's a ring. And it's
Is that the one that's
pink.
hollow?
It's a ring.
Yeah, yes. Ring is the only word you need for that.
Correct.
Ring insinuates hole.
Yeah, and those things go far.
Really?
And they just float forever. And we always would go to like a park and just throw that around.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
You could play disc golf with that. But every hole would be a par 2.
Yeah, but they don't...
You don't have enough control.
Yeah, you don't really have a whole lot of control.
That was the biggest thing.
They just kind of go far.
I don't want to ring go far. I don't want to like spoil any of the vlog, and I don't think I am. But like some of the difficulties is that it's actually just very hard to throw the disc and make it go straight.
There was a lot of trees at Diavolo.
That's not the problem, though.
Okay.
Like, if you're standing here and the trees are here, you
just have to get good.
Yeah, but we all sucked.
Yeah, we just have to play more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I bring that up is that if you watch it, you might be like, what? Just throw it straight. And it's harder than that.
Dan says, I went again and I made it over the lake. I'm so proud of you, Dan. That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, when I got there, I was like, oh, okay, I'll just throw the disc straight. And then I went to do it and I was like, oh.
Yeah, you get better.
Yeah, but it just
I am rusty.
It looks easier than it is. When you do it, you're like, I will throw it where there aren't trees. And then it just like, no. So,
one of the things I really enjoyed about that course is they have these long chimes on some of the trees. The ones that tend to get hit a lot by people playing.
Yes.
So, like, they install a chime, and then if you hit the chime, it makes a loud, like, gong noise.
It's basically
and everyone in the area knows you hit the chime and did real bad, and I really loved that.
Yeah, it's the embarrassment bell.
It is.
I do like that. I don't know that everyone would love that, but
I loved it.
I really like that idea that you're playing, and then it's the chime of shame.
It's to protect the tree because you hit that instead of the tree. But
yes, but also
it makes a noise.
It does make a big sound, and that's just very fun. There is one part in the vlog where I did a good.
Yeah.
It was in my opinion the best shot of the day, and I'm glad that we got it on camera. I didn't do anything approaching that good otherwise. I did throw good, but I also equally threw bad.
Yeah, I had a few that I was real proud of, and then I had a few that just were absolute terrible.
There were times where I was like, I got this, and then it's just like, no, I don't. Into the woods you go.
Did you include the part where Tom was giving commentary and you were in the woods? Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad, that part.
Yeah. It was, anyway, it was fun, and I'm glad Dan's still here, because Dan, I'm like letting you know live, like I want to go do that again.
When you're well.
When I'm well. We should talk about that, too. We haven't really talked about how we're feeling, so we should do that. But first, 15 months from my dude, and 300 bits from Chimera the Jew says, something we haven't talked about this morning, new Avatar series, thoughts, feelings, pitchforks.
I also didn't know about that.
I saw an image, and I have no feelings at all. I watched the cartoon.
You did not watch the second one.
What second one?
Legend of Korra?
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the original cartoon. We watched it a few years ago. I liked it. Mm-hmm. I know for some people it's like their favorite series. It's a good show. It's not my favorite show, but I was like, this was neat. Chaz says, what? You don't have strong feelings about how they might change Boomerang Buck, but you have such a deep connection. I forgot that I called him Boomerang Buck. You are reminding me how I felt about this show. Like, it was fine, but I also was like, I don't remember anyone's names.
What's his name?
There's, Uncle T.
What's his name?
We just watched the Bill Hader SNL sketch, because Brandon hadn't seen it, and I was like, you should watch this. I've been your doorman for 5 years. I always have a smile. Name? What's my name? That's a good one. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like, I watched the cartoon, but, like, that does not, that doesn't make me want to watch the other show. Like, it's also important. The other thing people really need to know is that I do watch such little media. Like, such little media. Mm-hmm. As a concept. So, like, me watching any particular thing is just going to be rare. So I have to, like, really, really want to watch a thing. I have to really want to watch a thing to watch it. Oh my god! I forgot about this! Hey! Zorchata? Yeah, this is it! Big boy and floof floof! Evangelion. Yeah, there's that one character that is not in the show. I don't know if he's just in the promo art. If you've never seen that, it's real good. I'm so glad that I made that, and I'm so glad Chaz found it. Woo! Also, anytime anyone is like, you should watch the show I like, I'm like, are you sure you want me to do that? I am going to destroy it.
There's a show that I really liked from, like, late 90s, early 2000s, and it meant a lot to me, and I'm not sure I ever want you to see it.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
I will be... First, I will be very honest, and then the other thing is that I will not remember anything about it 2 days after I watch it.
Stay away from my supernatural.
Yeah, now is gatekeeping out of fear. It's not even that I, like, dislike the shows. Oh my god, that's right, Angie Ben says, can you name Fruit Basket characters? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only thing I remember about that show, and we watched how much of it? There's, like, a lot.
There's not that much.
4 seasons?
There's not 4 seasons.
The only thing I know about the show is that the girl...
Toru?
Is that her name?
Yeah. Toru Honda.
Do you at least remember the animals? The whole show is about cold symptoms. That's the whole show. The whole show is that they're all sick, and when they sneeze, they become animals.
Nope.
Which is like a very bad disease.
Nope, not at all.
And
this much of like the lore, but it's
And then it's yes, it's launched from Dragon Ball. I'm pretty sure they just copied Dragon Ball. It's basically a Dragon Ball. The whole show is basically a Dragon Ball ripoff. And then at some point there's a
square.
No. Well, yeah, but no. There's a scene where everyone's young. That's it. I don't remember anything about the show. I remember there's a scene where everyone is young, and I remember the beach episode. That is it. I have absolutely no... Yeah, flashback. I have no memory of the show whatsoever. It did not leave any lasting impact on me as a person. So anyway, I just want people to be careful when they're like, I have this show you should watch. I'm like, okay. Are you sure?
Maybe someday I'll trust that you can watch The Pretender and I won't be hurt.
I mean, you won't be hurt. I think you'll be entertained. I could probably tell you about Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley is about a boy that is going through teenage hormones, and there's a guitar and eyebrows. There's a guitar and eyebrows. It's good. It's a good show because there's only 6. All shows should have 6 episodes, and that should be the end. There shouldn't be any more than that. There should be absolutely nothing more. Yeah. There were... Oh, yeah, they made more of them. Anyway, I'm gonna read alerts. Says the man that watched Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is too long.
Agreed.
Dragon Ball is too long. But Dragon Ball is, like, pretty good. The first 10 episodes of Dragon Ball are pretty good. You can stop watching Dragon Ball after the 10th episode. If you watch the first 10 episodes of Dragon Ball and just pretend that there is no more, you could stop there and you could be like, okay, that's a good anime, and then you don't have to watch anymore. Master Link says Super is good. We watched Super.
You said I don't have to watch any more Dragon Ball?
Like, Super, the only reason to watch Super is because you want to see what Vegeta is going to say. I really wish...
That's the only reason I agree to watch more, is because I want to see what Vegeta says.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a human adult, and I don't care about power levels or screaming. I really don't. I literally watched the entirety of Super to hear what Vegeta was going to say, and that's it. That's
don't
the
worry,
only
I follow
thing.
Detective Conan, so, like...
You're willing to watch 1,000 episodes of... And, all right, where was I? 300 Bits from Satsy, who says, I saw someone mention Earthbound Beginning icons earlier, so I'm looking into it, and this is kind of cool. If you have NSO, you can get the Earthbound Beginning icons by completing different challenges. It looks neat. I don't have NSO anymore, but it looks good. Yes, if you are interested in getting those icons, this week you can get Mother 1 icons. Next week is Mother 2 icons, and the week after is Mother 3 icons. There's just 3 weeks to get the Mother icons, and then they're gone, and you can't get them anymore. So if you are interested in having a Mother icon as your Switch profile, you have to do it, like, now. Or next week if you want Earthbound, or the week after if you want Lucas. So, just a little warning for you. I don't know how to do that. I'm assuming that that's only on the Japanese one.
I saw
I haven't looked into
tweeted it, so I didn't look into it.
My assumption is that you would have to have the Japanese account, which you should do anyway. But you make the Japanese account, and then you probably click the thing while you're logged into the Japanese account. Oh, Satsy says nope. Nice. Cool. Even easier. That's very cool. That's very cool. And also a little weird. Because in 2 weeks from now, when they are doing Mother 3 icons, everyone will be like, why can't I play this game? And Nintendo will be like, shh, no talking. Just take the icons. 25 months from Screaming Salad Radishes. And 500 bits from Looney Gazer says, I am curious, though. Did you watch Amazing Digital Circus before discovering? No. No, I did not. I knew vaguely what the show was because I have seen people post about it in Discord. And I did see a little bit of it because I had actually pulled it up, but I did not watch like the whole thing. But I had seen a little bit of it, so I was aware, like in motion, what it was, but I had not seen it. Yeah. But I knew enough to know who our guest was. Basically. Because I was like, we have a guest. I don't know who they are. So I have to know a little bit about who this person is. Have a bean. It's bean time. What is the other thing that I need to...
We were going to talk about how we're feeling. Because I wasn't here on Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm actually... I'm in extreme trouble. Like I'm not well.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very unwell. In a bad way. I'll talk about it. But first, Jay Linebeck gifted us up to Secret Fury. Or Fiery. Jay Linebeck, thank you. You want to go first?
I had rebound COVID.
You did. You tested positive on Sunday.
I tested last week, Wednesday, Valentine's Day, which was the first day CDC said I could test, and I tested negative, and I'm like, sweet, I feel great. I tested negative. In 2 days I can test again, and I should test negative, and I'll be good. And I tested on Saturday, and I was positive, and I felt
was it positive? Or
not...
Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't test on Friday. I tested Saturday.
I thought it was Sunday, but it
no,
doesn't matter.
I tested Saturday, and I tested positive, and I was like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect to test positive.
Yeah, and since then you've been tired and your cough has come back.
Yeah.
Which has been
And I had
fun.
a bit of congestion last night. I had to get up and take a Sudafed in the middle of the night. And I took a Mucinex this morning.
Okay. So, that
Yeah.
is fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun thing. So that's been what Mal's been going through.
Uh-huh.
I have some fun things that are happening to my body. What I'm going to call like the traditional COVID symptoms, I don't have anymore. I am well in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a sore throat in like probably a week. As far as I can tell, I don't have any congestion anymore as of like a day or two ago. I'm not coughing. All of like the normal stuff for COVID, like I don't have. However, since early on, I have had dizziness, and the dizziness, like to some extent, it comes and goes. But if I am honest with you, it never actually leaves. Like I always have some low-level dizziness. Like right now, this second, I'm actually dizzy, but I'm really good at dealing with like the low-level stuff. Sometimes it gets real bad where like the room spins and like we hate that. Oh yeah, that's part of it. They can come up if they want, or they can chill down. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Never mind. I have something else to talk about. That's something else. All right, where was I? So yes, brain bad. I've had dizziness. On Tuesday's breakfast stream, Haley was in chat, and Haley was like, hey, I think what you're dealing with is not COVID related. I think that you have vertigo again, because COVID can reactivate your vertigo. And I was like, crap. And she encouraged me to schedule an appointment with an ENT. So I did. After breakfast stream on Tuesday, I made an appointment. So my appointment is for early March. So I don't have to wait too much longer, but I have to wait a little bit. I might call on Monday to see if they can get me in sooner.
You should.
But if nothing else, I have something to go check out, because it seems as if, yeah, my vertigo is back, which would explain why I have a baseline of dizzy all the time. Because my COVID symptoms are like leaving. I haven't tested. I will test, I guess, today.
Yeah.
Me and Mal are going to test today. I have a feeling we're both going to be negative. But yeah, I'm dizzy all the time. Anyway, that's not my big problem anymore. My big problem is that since the beginning of being sick, I've had a hard time getting sleep. Like, I would get like 4 hours at most, and then I couldn't sleep anymore. And it took me a long time to fall asleep. That's just since the beginning. Things had started to kind of improve like a couple of days ago. And then in the last like 2 days, things have went downhill very fast. Like very, very fast in a bad way. I'm to the point where I'm not able to get more than 2 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. I just can't. My body will not do it. And it takes hours to fall asleep. So a lot of bad things have happened to me in a very short amount of time, because I can't sleep anymore. And I don't know what's happening, but that's a bad, because you need to sleep. Sleep is a very important thing. Mm-hmm. So like last night, 2 nights ago, as an example, 2 nights ago, I went to bed on time. I went to bed at midnight. I was like, it's midnight. And my circadian rhythms have been screwed up anyway, but I'm like, it's midnight. I'm going to sleep. I get in bed. I do not fall asleep for several hours. I try, but I can't. It wasn't until 2 a.m. I fell asleep. So it took 2 hours. At 2 a.m., I fell asleep. And then my body woke up at 5:30. And at 5:30, I was awake. And I laid in bed and I was like, can I fall back asleep? Because like I need more sleep than 3.5 hours. And my body was like, nope, go to hell. So I got up. And I started working, because what else am I supposed to do? I literally can't sleep. So yesterday I worked from 5:30 until 3 p.m. And I did that so I could just exhaust myself to the point where I would actually fall asleep.
See, when I got COVID 2 weeks ago, I had a hard time sleeping, and then before I like rebounded, I had a few nights of like full night's rest of sleep. So and I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And then I rebounded and my sleep went bad again.
Maybe that's where I'm at. Maybe I did rebound.
Maybe.
Non-stop? Yeah, I worked from 5:30 to 3. Mm-hmm. I did take a lunch break. I had a lunch break. I probably ate like a breakfasty thing at some point too. Like relatively non-stop, in the sense that I didn't take a nap. And then I finally like passed out around like 3 p.m. or something. But even then, at 3 p.m. I was like, I am exhausted. I will lay down. And then I go in and I get in the bed, and I lay in the bed for like 2 hours before I finally fall asleep. And then when I fall asleep, I'm asleep for like 2 to 3 hours, and then I wake up and I'm like, what is happening? So you could probably guess that like the lack of sleep, Haley loves me in a special way. Like I said, I'll fix it if you give me a bat.
We have a bat.
Don't help her. Anyway, as you can imagine, when you don't get sleep, bad things happen to your body, and it feels in some ways like compounded with the fact that I'm also just experiencing constant vertigo. So I haven't been doing great. I am starting to get to the point where I am hallucinating, because I am, despite trying my hardest, I'm not getting enough sleep. I want to. I spend the time in the bed. I try to get the sleep. It just doesn't happen. So I got a new plan. I am leaving.
You can't just word it that way.
I am going to spend today at Alex and Haley's. I am going to attempt... Yeah, come on. Bye! I am going to attempt to try and get some sleep over there. I don't know if... this is relevant. I don't know if a change of scenery will help me. I don't know if being away from Kepler will help me. Like, and Kepler does not help. Like,
No.
I don't want to blame this entirely on Kepler. There's other things happening here. This is definitely got to be COVID related. But the boy doesn't assist me in sleeping. I love him dearly. He doesn't help me sleep. So, because I'm getting to the point where, like, I'm running out of mental faculties because I haven't had enough rest in, like, 2 days, that's my plan. Is today I'm doing nothing. I'm not going to do anything. I am going to go to their house. I am going to sleep, and that's going to be it. I'm going to take a Benadryl. I'm going to do something.
Haley says, but yeah, I'll sharpen the bat.
I'm going to do something to try and sleep, and that is my plan. My ride is here. Alex is here to take me to the sleep zone.
You ready to go sleepy time night? You ready to go bye-bye?
Get in this sack. Alex with the VCR limo.
Tune in to twitch.tv/goldenvcr for the 24-hour Steven sleep time if you want more Steven content. It's a win-win. You get to be productive and make content, and you get to sleep too.
I would let you monetize that. That's fine. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening today. Is that I'm gonna go over there and sleep, and try and get sleep. And I'm honestly, I'm also being encouraged to just like take toiletries and sleep the night there.
Yeah.
But my worry is that if I manage to sleep in the day, I will not be able to sleep at night.
You could like
take more Benadryl. Got it. We got 300 bits from Gamer Girl Life. It says, morning, Stephen and Mal. Hope you're doing well. I could use some good vibes. It's been a rough morning for me. My stupid phone is acting up. I can't make phone calls, and I have an important supervisor conference call today. Ah, you have AT&T. I am
good
sorry.
Vibes.
Good vibes. Because that situation sucks. Mm-hmm. And yeah, AT&T is having a national outage, which just is real bad for like a lot of reasons. It's been trending of like, I only have SOS. Because there's if you have AT&T, you don't have cell service, and you haven't had cell service for a little bit of time, and that's not good. That's not good. So yeah, I'm sorry. If you have access to Wi-Fi calling, turn on Wi-Fi calling and be on Wi-Fi if you can manage that, because cell service is like broken right now. We got 35 months from Zatuichi. And 300 bits from Jacebook says, hi Alex, please tell Stephen about the brilliance that is Steam by Peter Gabriel on behalf of all the Golden VCR fans.
Peter Gabriel must be contained. We can't allow him to infect this channel too. It is your sacred duty to keep Peter Gabriel where he belongs. That's all I'm gonna say. We've
had to quarantine off Golden VCR to its own place. We can't have Golden VCR leaking into here. At some point, I'm gonna show up and watch
something.
Crayon.
You should do Crayon. Not now. You need other.
No, I'm ready, man. Put me in, Coach. I can Crayon. Okay, that's it. There is a vlog out. I did work yesterday from 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and I worked on 3 very difficult, complicated, long vlogs. One came out yesterday, and the second one is out right now, and the third one, let's save it for tomorrow. But yeah, time moves slower in the Waffle House. Go check it out. And that's it. I am
gonna go sleep.
I am hopefully gonna go sleep. If I have my way, I will not wake up until this time tomorrow. That's probably asking a little much. You have to, like, eat.
I don't know if we have drugs powerful enough to make you sleep for 24 hours.
Super Benadryl! Yeah, I really would like to not be hallucinating.
Chiptunes.
I haven't hallucinated any chiptunes, but I was hallucinating
The washer.
the washer and
Jingle?
also the garage door. I was in the kitchen last night and I heard the garage door open. I heard people in the garage. And I was like, that's weird. And then I opened the garage door and there's no one in there because it is in my head. And that's not great. I need to get asleep. All right. This is a sad song, Dan Don. I want something more upbeat. That's not better. Something fun. Nope. We have fun music.
This is like go to bed music.
This is good. Yeah, okay. The result screen from Pikmin 1 is fine. All right. Thanks for being here. I gotta go sleep. Watch the vlog. We will be streaming tomorrow.
We'll see. I'll stream tomorrow.
Mal will
I'm
be
streaming tonight.
Oh shoot! Tell them that.
I'm
yeah,
streaming tonight. I'm gonna
Mal's
paint.
painting tonight. Mal
Yeah.
has had enough sleep to do a paint.
Yeah.
Mal will be sleeping tonight. Streaming tonight. I hope you sleep tonight too. Mal will be streaming tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
7 p.m. Eastern. Mal streaming tonight. Tomorrow night there will be a stream on this channel. I might not be here. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it'll be Zelda. Maybe it won't. Maybe Mal will just like
I
go,
believe there's a Redbubble discount. Thank you, weren't.
go live and have Kepler and pet his little head. I don't know. Listen, we don't miss breakfast streams. We don't miss Friday streams. They might be real weird and real short, but we try to make those happen at the very least. Okay, that's it. I'm not gonna go to a post screen. I'm leaving. Have a good day. See Mal stream tonight. Goodbye.